Hey, good morning everybody, and welcome to the vlog. I hope the start of your day is absolutely incredible. We have a busy day, there's all kinds of stuff going on, so we are going to have a good day together. Push your problems aside, and let's just get this day rocking. Let's see if all those baby mangroves are out. It looks like we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like these 2 eggs here still have not hatched, which is a little bit troubling. I'll be honest with you, that oftentimes is why a lot of people will cut eggs, is because you can see 5 babies hatched out fine. We've got 2 eggs that haven't even pipped, so I'm definitely concerned to see. So I'm going to go ahead and cut them, see if they're still alive in there, and I'll be so bummed if they didn't make it. So let's just go ahead and see what we have really quick. I'm going to just take this egg and I'm just going to cut real gently. Now, the thing about mangrove eggs that's interesting is they're very hard compared to Morse colubrid eggs. Much harder than normal. So I'm going to go ahead and just see if there's anything inside this egg at all that looks like it's still alive. Hopefully there is. Let's see. It looks like this one isn't alive. Darn it! See, fully formed, perfect baby that just wasn't able to cut out of the egg. Please let this next egg be okay. Come on, come on. Let's see what we have. Come on, please let it be alive. I hope that this one at least survived it. It's so tough when you... Let's see. I don't know. Maybe this one. Let's see what this one's got going on. It's so hard to tell. Just gonna kind of... I don't want to pull a snake out of the egg, but it doesn't look like this one's alive either. Darn it, you know, you work so hard and you're just so excited about these things to hatch out. They go full term, fully developed, ready to go. For whatever reason, that baby did not pip out. Both those eggs didn't make it through, which stinks because they're completely fully formed. They just didn't hatch. That is another reason why I'm a proponent of cutting eggs, because if I would have cut those eggs a couple days ago, which I was considering doing, and I thought, nah, let's just go ahead and let them go, those babies would probably be alive right now, and I am so bummed. But nevertheless, we've got 5 beautiful babies. Let's go ahead and set them up and just be happy for those. So I want to just kind of go through how I like to set up baby mangroves. First thing I like to do is I like to use paper towel because it just retains a little bit more moisture. These guys are obviously a higher humidity animal, but at the same time, we found out over the years that if you keep them too moist, they actually get this kind of skin issue and you can actually kill them, to be totally honest with you. So we want it to be moist, but not too moist. So the paper towel holds a little bit of moisture, but also absorbs stuff as well too. Now, how we'll increase the moisture is actually putting a little bit of a sphagnum bed like this together. So I'm just going to build out 5 little sphagnum beds here, and I'm going to moisten these up really good. So this gives them an opportunity to kind of go into a moist box, get that humidity. This also will keep the relative humidity of the entire cage up a little bit, but at the same time they can get away from it and not be moist if they want. They can dry their stuff out and stuff like that. So that's one of the things that we learned about that kind of, you know, regulating so that they can make the choices. And I'll always put these guys back by the heat tape so that again, it increases the moisture here. Then I always want to put a nice big water dish. Again, that way if they want to come in and soak, they can get lots of water, keep their hydration up, because that's the thing I found more than anything with mangrove babies, is that if they dehydrate, they're in big trouble. Lastly, I'm just going to put a little thing in here. That's just for them to kind of feel a little bit safe. They can climb on this if they want. They can intertwine with it and stuff like that. And this is just lattice that you can buy at the hardware stores, hardware cloth. You can get it anywhere. And I put that in there, and that's a pretty simple setup. I found this is the best way to kind of keep it. You can put a little plant in there if you want or something like that, completely fine, but it seems like they stay really healthy like this. And then basically what I'm going to do is I'll just set them right on this lattice just like this, and I'll fill up their water dish, and then I'll give these guys a few days to shed out. Once they shed out, we'll offer actually pinkies to them. Oftentimes they'll take frozen pinkies. Sometimes you have to feed live just for 1 or 2 feedings, but we have had a tremendous amount of success with this really simple basic setup that does really well for them, provides humidity, provides a bunch of different options for them to climb, get in the water, stuff like that, but not over humid. So we'll give these guys a little bit of time, and although I'm really bummed that we only had 5 and not 7 babies, I'm still so thankful for 5 beautiful baby mangroves. Just a quick update on Mango here. You can see his tail is just starting to grow back a little bit. He is thriving in this new environment, spends a lot of time in the water, then he's all over the place. I love that environment, but I'm super happy to say that you can just barely see the tip of his tail starting to grow back. So I'm sure not long from now he'll have a nice long tail. Again, it won't look exactly the same, but nevertheless, he is gorgeous, and I absolutely love this guy. I let RJ just kind of cruise around a little bit this morning, and what are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? It's okay. It's all right. But I do need to check the ball pythons, okay? So keep moving. My little buddy without his arm. It's so cute how he walks, you know what I mean? What a little monkey. It's okay, baby. Honestly, you know, he's a lot of bark and no bite. It's okay, baby. Come on. It's all right. Come on, baby. All right, it's time to go back home, sweetheart. Oh, he is getting so heavy. Okay, time to go back home. Oh. We always give him a little bit of kind of just crawling around time, you know, let him wander around a little bit, but now I gotta get to work, so back in the pond. Oh boy, was I excited about this girl right here. This is actually a fantastic ball python clutch, and I have really been waiting for this girl to lay. Look at that. Oh, we got one little egg over here. I'm gonna put that aside, and look at that. That is a pastel crystal. And ironically enough, we just bred it to another pastel crystal. So we could get super pastel crystals, we could get blue-eyed leucistics, we could get a whole bunch of other stuff, but nevertheless, that is gonna be amazing. So we're just gonna kind of unwind this girl real quick. Come on, little monkey. Looks like she's got a beautiful clutch of eggs. Look at that. Woohoo! I tell you what, that is amazing. That's more eggs than I expected. I did not think she was gonna lay that many eggs in it. Look at that. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 eggs. Almost the record for the year. And look at Mama, you did so good. Again, we'll get her cage all cleaned up, get her all set, get her freshened up, and hopefully she'll be back on food within a week or so and start prepping her for next year. This clutch is another heater right here. Oh my gosh. And this is actually an Enchi double het albino clown, and she's bred to an albino clown. And I tell you what, that looks like a gorgeous clutch of eggs. Let's just try to peel this girl off. Come on, Mama. Oh my gosh, looks like a good clutch. Oh, it just looks like there's at least one little slug in there I can see. Hopefully only the one. We could produce some albino Enchi clowns from this, which would be so dope. I mean, I tell you what, that would be amazing. Let's go ahead, put this over here. And yes, there was one little slugger in here. And by the way, someone asked me before, what's inside of a slug egg? So I'll show you here in a second about this, but in the meantime we have 2, 4, 6, 8 beautiful eggs. I mean, oh my gosh. Oh, wait a second, actually, I take that back. There's 9 beautiful eggs. Mama was hiding one on me. Mama, what were you doing down there, you silly monkey? So 9 beautiful eggs. If we could produce an albino Enchi clown, oh my gosh, that would be so awesome. Back to that slug egg. You know, a lot of people have asked, like, what's inside a slug egg? Remember, it's an infertile egg, so there's no actual embryo in there, no network of veins or anything like that, but there is albumin, so we'll just make a little cut in here, and you can kind of see the goopy, custardy mess that's inside of a snake egg. And a fertilized snake egg is gonna have a similar kind of goop. The only difference is there'll be an embryo in here and of course a network of veins. So that's basically what's inside of a snake egg. And believe it or not, long time ago, I hate to admit this, I actually cooked a slug egg up and ate it. I think there's a distinct possibility that this is a terrible idea. Honest to God, this tastes almost exactly like a chicken egg. I can still remember the taste wasn't very good. Here with Jessica, which usually means there's something cool hatching. What do we got?
Yeah, little baby cresteds.
Oh my God,
they're so cute, right?
Cute. They're amazing. You know, I really don't know much about crested geckos, but when I look at those, they are beautiful. Are there anything interesting about them?
Well, the dad is actually an extreme harlequin, so I think this one here, it's got a lot more pattern coming up the side, so it might end up being an extreme.
Okay, well, nevertheless, they're absolutely beautiful, and it's awesome to hatch little cresties. Looks like there's a few other eggs in there too, huh?
Yep.
All right, so
they'll be out in about a month.
Having a good year with crested geckos and all the geckos. That's awesome.
As you guys can see, I have a huge array of fruits and vegetables. I have them kind of staggered, so they're not all fruits on one side, all veggies on one side. It'll be great enrichment for Diddy and Dixie Kong to see them sniff around and pick their favorite fruits and veggies, and some pretty good entertainment for us because it'll be cute to watch. So that was super cute. As you guys can see, they obviously have a preference to berries, but that's only supposed to be a small portion of their diet. So even though you can see that they have a favorite, we make sure that they're getting all the other vitamins and minerals they need from the other vegetables too.
Sweetie, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Bye. Guess what time it is, guys? It is colubrids egg time. This is actually a pretty cool animal here. First time breeder that we've never bred before. It's actually a triple head snow stripe scaleless corn snake. So there's all kinds of stuff going on in here. And look at that, a beautiful clutch of eggs too. Whoo doggy. That is the way you want to start your colubrid egg collecting for the day for sure. So we're just going to put Mama back there. As always, we clean her cage. We give her fresh water. For those of you guys that are just tuning in, the reason there's not water in there is because sometimes colubrids will lay their eggs in the water, so we pull the water out a day or two early. That way we don't lose the clutch, because if they lay their eggs in the water, they all go bad. As soon as they lay, we get water back in. That girl should be back onto food in about a week or so. Corn's typically a week. King snakes will eat the day of laying, so but corns usually take about a week. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 eggs. And wow, I tell you, those could be some beautiful babies for sure. So I think we've got 2 more clutches to collect. Excited about this clutch because this is the first Everglades rat snakes that we produced of the year. So I have no idea what's going to happen. And these are what they would call white-sided. Originally, they used to call them ghosts. But these guys are a little bit feisty, so Mama's probably not going to be happy with me, as you can see. Come on, Mama. It's okay. Whoa, she's biting herself. She's trying to bite me. She doesn't want to let me get her off. Whoa, come on, you crazy monkey. You. See if we can get her off without being crazy here. Come on, little monkey. It's all right. And then we can see how many eggs she has in here. Go ahead, sweetheart. Whew. I tell you what. Mama's not happy. Everglades rat snakes can sometimes be a little bit touchy, but right after laying eggs, whoo, doggy. I tell you what, that was a battle. So let's just see what we have going on here. Let's see. We'll just kind of pull these eggs. And again, a lot of times with Everglades rat snakes, they don't lay them in clumps and they lay them kind of all over the place, which means that you have to pretty much candle the entire clutch. Looks like we have a few sluggers in here, unfortunately, too. So it's not an overwhelmingly great clutch of eggs, which is a little disappointing because, again, I'm really excited about this clutch, but looks like, gosh, is that it? Looks like the rest might be slugs. So it looks like we've got about 4 or 5 slugs and 4 good eggs. Not exactly what I was expecting, because usually the Everglades rat snake's fertility is really good, but hey, nevertheless, 4 good eggs. What are you going to do? The good, the bad, the ugly? I'm taking you guys on the entire journey. We actually have just a really beautiful classic Abbott's Okatee corn snake here. Let's see what she looks like. Looks like she's got a nice clutch of eggs in here. Look at that. Not bad at all. Don't see maybe a slug or two. No, I don't know. They look like they might be okay. Maybe a couple little infertils. Hard to say, to be honest with you. But this is that classic Okatee with that big black banding around the saddles and stuff like that. And she's actually bred to this beautiful, again, Abbott's Okatee right here. Just another classic version of a corn snake. You know, just one of the cleanest, normal looking corn snakes you could ever see. So let's just take a look and see what we got here. We got one little rogue egg here, and then we have a bunch. Yeah, it's a little bit of a mixed bag, to be totally honest with you. Got a couple eggs right here that are a little bit suspect. I'm not sure. I think these ones are no good. These other ones might be okay. It looks like we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 good eggs, 3 little sluggers from an absolutely beautiful Abbott's Okatee corn snake. We are less than 2 weeks away from cutting our first clutch of ball pythons for the year. I'm excited. If you're excited, you can actually watch this playlist right over here of last year's egg cutting. You can also support my podcast channel, if you don't mind, right up in this corner called Checking In. On this side, you can actually subscribe to this vlog channel. Please turn your post notifications on. Remember to have a wonderful day. Be kind to someone, and I promise I'll see you guys tomorrow.